For a honeymoon, I don't know. Every time I thought about it, it'd be like, oh yeah, it's probably like just a stranger, basically. And you're like, this is kind of hard. I'm like, oh, what? Like, I'm having the time of my life.
Welcome back, or welcome for the first time, if you're new. I'm Christine.
And I'm Chase.
And we just started a podcast called The Marriage Phase. Basically, we're newlyweds. We don't have a ton of experience in this.
We are just about to hit 8 months.
Only 8 months.
So pretty much forever.
But
it's been a while.
It's been a while. But we do have experience in the engaged phase, the newlywed phase, the first year of marriage. We're in that right now. We're living it. So this podcast is going to be stories from our life, our experience, the good, the hard, the fun, the godliness. And then we're going to bring people on in future seasons to share their stories of their decades of marriage.
If you're engaged, or if you're about to get married or about to get engaged, this podcast is for you. This is, because, yeah, like she just said, we've lived this. We are living this. So,
Yes.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about all that stuff that isn't most often talked about.
It's so true. So welcome. In our previous episodes, we talked about the engagement phase, the wedding week leading up to the wedding, how crazy that was. This one we want to talk about our first month of marriage. Yeah, so after the wedding was so fun. We'll remember it forever. We watch our wedding video probably once a week. Look at our wedding photos all the time. I mean, we're kind of biased because that's what we do for work.
That's true. That's true.
It's true. Chase does the video. I did the photo for weddings. So we got to edit our own photo and video. It was so fun. But that's besides the point.
It's kind of like, for a honeymoon, every time I would think about like Chase Durham going on a honeymoon, like, I was thinking like, oh, I'll probably just go with like, I'll probably just get to know them really well over there, you know, like it'd be, I don't know, every time I thought about it, it'd be like, oh yeah, it's probably like just a stranger, basically. But it was interesting. It was like, oh, this is just life. Like,
yeah.
I'm just my friend, you know. We did this thing. One of my college teachers told me that when they were first married, when they were first married, they planned out their life basically from year 1 to year like 80, if they're gonna live that long. Like, they just planned out their whole life, these goals that they set, these things that they wanted to do. And so we sat on the beach, and we had no paper, so we just used the paper towel and a Sharpie and wrote basically our life, like our goals, all these things. Our first year, we were like, okay, we want to travel a lot. We want to host a lot of fun events with friends. That was it. That was a big one we wanted to do. We wanted to grow our businesses. We wanted to do all these fun things. We still have that paper towel, and
We need to find it.
we look at it, see if we're keeping up with our goals.
I think we got to like year 10.
No, we
get farther
It was
than
like 2050.
No way.
That's how far we got. Yeah.
Oh, it's farther than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved it. It was so fun. And for me in that moment, it was like, oh, this is real. We're going to start a life together. And it seemed so just like, rather than maybe daunting or scary to be like, oh, well, I have to figure out how to be married, how to be a good wife, a future mother. It felt so much more like we're doing this as a team. We're figuring out how to live life together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was going to be fun. Like, yeah, of course, there's going to be hard things, but I could see it visibly and tangibly that we're also going to make it really fun. To include God in that is just so special.
It was cool. It was like, yeah, we like set it off right. It seemed like,
yeah,
like we're going to work hard and make sure we have a good marriage, you know? And yeah, we just kind of, we definitely included God in setting a lot of these goals. Like, and for us, we're both planners, so that was good to see a visible plan. Like, okay, this is when we're gonna have kids, things like that.
Yeah.
So,
Of course, like, we put those things down, but of course God's in charge, and he has the ultimate plan. But it was so fun to make these dreams and goals. With God, of course, they'll come to pass when they're supposed to.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got home, and like we said, one of our goals was to host these fun events and meet new friends. We just moved from Idaho to Utah after we got married, so we didn't know a bunch of people.
We knew no one.
Just our siblings.
We just moved here, and we were like, I started school already. I was doing my work again, and so it was just like we were so bored coming right from like Florida to
Normal life.
normal life. Yeah.
It was a rude awakening for sure. So we said, okay, what are we gonna do? Let's do something fun. And we had some friends up in Idaho still that were doing school up there. So we said, okay, since Chase is doing online school, I'm working full time, we can go up a weekend and go see them. So we planned a camping trip with them up in Yellowstone. And it was only like 2 weeks after we got married, or our honeymoon. We got back from our honeymoon.
Yeah.
And so we were so newlywed. We're like busy trying to get our house ready. This was our first, was this our first friend thing? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That we kind of did after we got married. So, and we did this like weekend camping trip.
Yeah, it was so fun. Like, we got all our friends, some siblings, like, and we just camped for 2 nights. Yeah. And we went up to Yellowstone. And at Yellowstone, it was like, you were hanging out with your friends, I was hanging out with my friends, and we were just kind of separated all day, you know? And just walking around Yellowstone or going to the lake, like, we weren't really together much. And I think we both kind of realized, we're like, okay, adjusting like relationship with friendships is kind of hard.
Yeah. No, I think we didn't expect it to be.
Yeah.
Because before we got married, we were able to hang out with friends. It was normal and fun and natural. But I think maybe going from being just you and me 24/7 for a long time, then to introduce like your friends, my friends, was tricky because, of course, like, you were with your friends, I was with my friends, and to try to to blend that.
Yeah.
I remember that second night we were there, I kind of was feeling sad. I was like, wait, this is hard. Because I had this expectation in my head that, oh, this will be so fun. We'll all hang out together. We'll feel so united like a team. We just didn't have any experience with it. So how could we have known that it was going to go like that?
Yeah.
So we went to bed. It was late. And then we got up the next morning and we went on a walk. We woke up before everyone. We were walking. And I told you, I was like, this is really hard. Mm-hmm. I don't like how this feels. And I want it to be that all our friends we feel like a team. But you tell your side, because I don't know if you felt it the same way.
Yeah, I guess I didn't feel the same way. I was just like, I guess I was just so focused on my friends and just having a good time this weekend, that I kind of just like, I always say this every episode, but I'm just like, it sounds so bad saying this, but yeah, I think I just kind of lost sight of what's important, really.
But how could you have seen?
Yeah.
Because you didn't know, you know?
And I just kind of deprioritized you, in a sense. And
likewise,
it was just kind of like, yeah, I'm going to like have so much fun with my friends. And I did. Like, it was such a fun weekend for me. And so that's what we talked about that morning. I was just like, oh, yeah, I didn't even think about this. Like, I was just having fun. You're like, this is kind of hard. I'm like, oh, what? Like, I'm having the time of my life. Like, we played Mafia last night, and I never laughed harder. And
That was fun.
I was shocked, kind of when you brought that up. And I think that's when I realized, I was like, okay, yeah, it is hard bonding friendships and relationship. So.
Yeah. No, I felt the same way. I think there were so many fun moments too I had.
Yeah.
But I felt like, okay, I want to figure out a system where next time we both feel like we're on the same team. Of course, we're still hanging out with our different friends. I think it's so healthy you have your friends, I have my friends. Like, yeah, that's so healthy. But yeah, when we like mixed them and we're on a trip together, I was like, okay, how can we make a system that we both feel like we're putting God first, of course, and we're putting each other second, and then everything else third.
Yeah.
You know? And I think we kind of talked about that morning.
We did.
We made a plan. Okay, how do we want it to look like in the future? I think we literally talked about those three things.
Yeah, we did. Here's what we made, our plan. Our plan was, because this wasn't going to be the only trip. Like, we were going to go other places, like, with your family, my family. Like, we were going to do a lot of trips that, within the next few months even. And here's what we came up with. We were like, okay, let's make sure we get to spend time with each other, even when it's so crowded. Because during that trip that we were on, it wasn't like me and you. It was like, you're over here, I'm over here. We didn't really, it wasn't like we were together.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't even feel like we were really a team. It was just like two separate lives, you know? And so what we came up with is we're going to spend time with each other, no matter what. Like, if it's like we have to wake up so early in the morning and spend time together, we're going to do that.
Yes, to this day, we still do that. When we go on family trips, we're about to go on a big family trip. We make these plans of like, okay, every day, let's spend 15 minutes together at least. Just me and you, uninterrupted time. So then we can have that base where it's like, yeah, we're on a team. I got your back, you got mine.
Yeah. And another big thing that we came up with is, like, we know where our priorities are and should be, I think. I think putting God first above all that, like, and then you, and then literally everything else below that. Because those are the two most important things to me, at least, just getting closer to God, and then that in turn gets me closer to you. And then, yeah, the second thing is you, like spending time with you, making sure you're okay, making sure we're okay, that we're a team, that we're doing these things. And so we will wake up early, make sure we spend time with each other, and then also we'll read scriptures next to each other or things like that, watch a conference talk or something, and make sure we connect with him too. Because, like, that really is the most important thing. Like, once you really do, like, could you imagine, like, putting God above literally everything?
Right.
I think so hard to do, but I think I have done it before, and I think when I have done that, my life's just better. I think we're closer. I think
100%.
it's hard to do, but it's like when it happens, like truly it's above everything, then life is just so much better. Not easier, but it's just better.
It is. It's so true. And I think when you do that, you give each other a lot more grace too. Even after talking about that, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I felt like maybe I made a big deal about it because I just didn't see it. We didn't see it the same way. So I was, after we talked about that, putting God first gave me the grace to see, oh yeah, like Chase didn't know that this was hard for me, and how could he have known until we talked about it. So it helped me realize, like, I need to be more humble and we need to see each other as God sees us. And that also really helps. And I think, putting that little time together every single day was so good. Because we tried it the next trip we went on. It was so much better.
Yeah.
Even just having that little talk was so, so good. So, put God first, each other second, everything else third.
I love it.
That's my takeaway.
Literally nothing else more to be said. Because that's just, it works that way.
It's so true. Hey, you got this. If you're engaged even, you probably can relate to this too. Navigating friendships, newlyweds, you get it. So try that out. Put God first, each other second, everything else third, and see what happens.
It works out. Like,
it always works.
Yeah. Once that order kind of falls into place, it's like, okay. I don't know. It just kind of makes sense in my mind more. Like, okay, I can kind of work around these things, be better with my friends, be better with you, all these things. It kind of just fits better, you know?
Yeah. It's a good system.
Putting the important things first.
We'll do like a part 2 of this first month of marriage, talking about something else that I think is a big adjustment for a lot of people. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.